Hello there and welcome. I'm Bo Proctor. You may have seen me in The Secret. At least 200 or 300 million people around the world have. In every seminar I've done, I explain that you don't really understand something until you can explain it to someone else so that they understand it. Well, I was caught in my own trap in 1994. I was sitting in a restaurant with a man and he was starting to make a presentation to me, and I quickly realized he wanted to sell me on network marketing. I had a very closed mind on network marketing up to that point, and I wasn't the least bit interested. And he quickly saw that and he asked me, he said, "Bob, do you understand network marketing?" I said, "Of course I do." He said, "Would you explain it to me, please?" And I realized I couldn't. Now, he had been in my seminar and he had heard me explain this. And so he said, "Bob, you have told me that you don't really understand something until you can explain it to someone else so they understand it." And you see, he had me. And he explained it to me. I sat there and I listened and I really paid attention. And you know, in the restaurant that day, just like that, he changed my life. He really did. Everything in my life changed as I started to understand network marketing. Now, I have done work for a lot of network marketing companies, and up until that time, I wasn't even interested in working with them. I had a very closed mind. Now, it's something that I teach people is a bad thing to have. But you know, every now and then, that may happen to us. Bo Tanas was that man's name. And he started to explain something to me, and it literally changed the course of my life. Now, Bo and I have remained friends ever since then. You know, just the other day, Bo was sitting in the house talking to me. He's an extraordinary guy. He really is. And then he started to explain the products that he had. I think I understood his products better than he did. He was dealing with magnetic therapy. And I understood the molecular structure of the body. And I know that the body is not vibrating in harmony with law, that it's going to break down. There's disease. And what the magnetic therapy does, it doesn't heal the body, it brings the body back into harmony with the law. They're phenomenal products. If Bo's talking to you about them, open your ears and listen. Well, you know, as I started to listen to him, he started to change everything about the way I think. He and I have become very, very good friends over the years. Now, if Bo wants to talk to you, I want you to do yourself a favor. Sit down and listen to him. Pay very close attention. He's the kind of a guy, after he explains it, if you don't want to know anymore, you just say, "That's it," and it's all over. But you see, if he hadn't been in my seminar, if he hadn't heard me explain that, I probably wouldn't even know Bo Tanas today. But I would have missed out on a lot of other things. Do you know, he's earned millions of dollars. I honestly believe network marketing is one of the very best ways to earn money. You see, if you provide a service to someone today, you get paid for it next month. But you get paid for it the next month, and the next month, and the next month. Every month you get paid for what you did for that person today. Now that compounds and it starts to build. Do you know there's people right in Bo's group that are earning more money in a month than most people will earn in an entire year? So if Bo wants to sit down and talk to you, I would strongly recommend you sit down and talk to him. Do you know another thing? In all the years I've known him, I've never heard him say one bad thing about anyone. It's very, very noticeable with this guy. If he can't say anything good, he won't say anything at all. He's an extraordinary guy. I would pay attention to him, pay attention to his products, pay attention to the opportunity he's got. If he wants to talk to you, talk to him. I'm glad I did. This is Bob Proctor. Thank you.